as I've told you guys in the past, that we're basically, I'm teaching you word problems as we go along throughout the year. I'm trying to arm you with enough tools so that word problems don't scare you, right? A lot of people find word problems scary. And they don't have to be. They're actually really fun if you kind of know what you're doing. So, one of the problems though, with word problems is they give you a lot of information, right? And with that information, you think, oh my God, what am I supposed to do with it? Where does it go? How do I organize it? So today I'm going to actually teach you a way to organize this information. I'm going to teach you how to create a box and fill that box in that makes solving these outrageously simple, okay? So first of all, let's read our problem. It says, Michael is 2 times as old as London. 12 years ago, he was 4 times as old as London. How old is each now? Now, there's lots of ways to do this. There's lots of ways. There's always more than one way to do anything in math, always. But one way would be a guess and check, right? I know Michael is 2 times as old as London. So if London is 1, Michael would be 2. If London is 2, Michael would be 4. London was 3. Michael was 3. Well, yeah. If London was 3, Michael would be 6, right? So you could do the guess and check method. You could just keep guessing until you get the right answer, right? But that's not the easiest way. That's the hard way. So I'm going to teach you an easier way, which is actually using algebra to solve these. So a lot of times you need to organize information. And when you organize information, it makes it so much easier. So I'm going to create a box. And the box is going to have 2 columns and 2 rows. Okay? Now, in the first column, I'm going to say age now. Age now. That's my heading for that first column. Okay? Yes?
Aren't they both 0? Because right now, 0 times 2 is 0. And 12 years ago, it would still be 0. So 4 times 0 is 0.
Well, they would be minus 12, right?
Yeah.
So good, yeah, it's a good thought. It's a good thought. But let's see. Let's just try it. So we got age now. And then it says, what would I put for here in terms of age?
12 years ago?
Okay, 12 years ago. So is that plus 12 or minus 12? Does that make sense? If it's a go, it's got to be in the past, right? So I'm going to just put minus 12 up here as my column heading. And that tells me that it's 12 years ago. All right? And then I've got to put the names of the people here. So I've got Michael, right? And then I have London, right? Loden. Spelled Loden, but it's pronounced London. Okay. Now, the trick with filling in this box is that you never, where's another color pen? You never, ever, ever, ever read past here. You never read past there until the box is completely filled in. The problem, this is where people mess up in this. They start going, 12 years ago, he was 4 times as old as London, so they say, I got to get a 4 in here somewhere. And then, and no, do not do that. You don't want to read past that. 12 years ago, stop. Does that make sense? All right? So we've got to fill this in with just the information before 12 years ago. 12 years ago and before. So it says, Michael is 2 times as old as London. Who would be X?
London, because Michael is 2 times London.
Right. So Michael's age is based on London's age. Do you guys agree with me?
Yes.
So London's age is the base. So I'm going to put an X. I'm going to underline London and put an X there. And then I'm going to come over to my box, and I'm going to put, for London, I'm going to put an X. And then what's Michael? In relation to? Twice that, right? So 2x, right? 2x. All right, so that was easy. That's their age now. Everybody with me on this? Pretty straightforward so far, right? Now the question is, what do I put in these boxes? This is 12 years ago. How old was Michael 12 years ago?
2x minus 12. 4 times as old as London.
Ah, you read past here. You don't read past this. You
Yeah,
don't
like
read past 12 years ago until this is completely filled in.
He was
You
2x.
follow me?
No.
It's really important. Do not read past 12 years ago.
But it doesn't tell you anything about 12 years ago
This
until
is
then.
2x minus 12.
Okay, if you're 10, if you're 14, how old were you 12 years ago?
2
How'd you get it?
2.
and minus 12,
Ah, there you go. So let's do that. If you're 2x now,
so 2x minus 12.
yes, exactly. So you just do 2x and then this follows the 2x. That's your age 12 years ago. 2x minus 12. What would this be?
X minus 12.
Yeah, x minus 12.
Still makes no sense.
All right. Now that's pretty simple, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah,
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
Yeah,
Well,
but
this part was,
Yeah,
right?
that part was.
This is even simpler because all you have to do is take this number and add it to the end of this number,
Okay.
okay? And that tells you, it's, if you're now 2x, 12 years ago, you're 2x minus 12, right? So it doesn't seem like it makes sense right now, but we're trying to put this stuff in an order that's useful. Now, we are ready to create an equation. And when we create an equation, that means we're ready to move past this. It says 12 years ago. Which column gives me the 12 years ago figures?
London, Michael, one of them.
12 years ago.
Which column?
Oh, minus
Is
12.
this 12 years ago or is this 12
Minus-
years ago?
that was 12.
Yeah, so this is 12 years ago. That means I have to use this information. Whenever it says Michael, this is what I use. Michael, right? Whenever it says Michael, I use this. Whenever it says London, I use this. Okay? So I'm going to create an equation starting with this. And I'm going to do one word at a time, and I'm going to do exactly what it says. When it says he, I need to know who he is.
Michael.
Michael. So what is Michael when it says he?
12. 2x minus 12.
Michael is 2x minus 12. So the first word is he. All right, that's 2x minus 12 because that's Michael. I know I got to use this column because it says 12 years ago, right? I've got to use the second column. So he, 2x minus 12, was. What do I put for was?
Equals.
Equals. So you don't want to miss any word. Every single word is important. 4 times, how do I write 4 times?
4 times.
4 parenthesis maybe? 4 parenthesis. Okay. As old as London. What was
2x.
London? X. Okay, I could have just done 4x.
X minus 12.
I could just do 4x in this case,
Would
right?
it be X-
Oh
would
wait,
it
I'm
be
sorry,
X
you're right,
minus 12?
sorry. X minus 12. Thank you. I made the mistake if I look back over here, right? I gotta look on this column. So does that make sense? Let's make sure. He, Michael, was equals 4 times, 4 parentheses, as old as London. London is X minus 12. We just have created our equation.
Oh, that's
Now, we just have to solve for X. We're going to have to do our distributive property. So we've got 2x minus 12 is equal to 4x minus 48, right? Now what do I do?
plus
Minus
12.
I have x's on both
No,
sides.
you subtract 2x from both.
Subtract the 2x from this side and the 2x from this side. Then that gives me negative 12 is equal to 2x minus 48. Now what would I do?
Add 12 to each side. Or?
Add 48 to each side.
Yeah, because I want my x's all by themselves, right? If I add 12, then suddenly I have my 2x's plus, with this, right? I want to get this out of the way. So I'm going to add 48 to both sides.
So
It's gonna be
36
Gary.
equals 2x.
It's gonna be 36.
So 36
So it's 2x.
is equal to 2x. Or if you prefer, you can write it the other way. 2x is also 36. It's totally fine to switch it.
Divided by 2.
Divide by 2, x is equal to 18. I'm done, right?
No.
Oh wait, this is a word problem. What do I always have to remember with word problems?
You have to put it in words.
I have to put it in words. They took the time to ask it in
Wait,
words.
but what about how old is each now?
So it's London is 18 and Michael is gonna be 2 times 18.
36.
So this is interesting to me. To me, this is sort of the magic of math. I think math is magical. I really do. I honestly do. And to me, this is the magical part.
Wait.
We're using figures that were 12 years ago 2x minus 12 and x minus 12. And by doing that, we're using our equation, creating an equation, and I get x equals 18, and x, when I go back to my box, what is x? X is their age now. So I took information from 12 years ago, and suddenly I have information for their ages now. So I know that if x is 18 and London is x, London, I write it out as a statement. London is London is 18, and Michael, what would Michael be?
36.
2 times 18, 36. Michael is 36. And then I put it in a box or a circle, and I'm done.
That was like a boxy circle.
Right? Fistify. Did you understand how I did that? Did you write all this down? Dude, do not tell me you did not write all this down. Okay, write it all down. Everybody, make sure you write this stuff down. Okay? Write fast. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to erase just the problem up here, and I'm going to start writing the new problem.
Yay!
While he's doing this, okay? And
You
the
can
rest
also
of
look
you,
at
whoever-
mine. I wrote it all down.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna just, so our next problem is a little harder one, but you guys are good mathematicians, so
Thank you, Gary.
2, you are welcome, thank you. All right, so here we go. I'm sure we use his name. Courtney is, we did that a second ago, is 18 years older than Taylor.
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Seriously?
Okay, I guess.
No.
In 6 years, so be sure you're writing this down. In 6 years, she will be 4 years less than
What? Oh.
4 years less than 3 times Taylor's age. I know, it's scary, right?
No, it's not.
Yes,
Just
it
go backwards.
is.
No, it's not.
It's for
3
me.
times Taylor's age? Wait, what?
Yep, you got it.
Yes.
How old are each?
Can we change Courtney to Britney Spears?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
And then Taylor Swift.
Okay. So let me know when you guys finish writing this down. Welcome, you guys.
I'm
Nice to
done.
have you. So we're working on age word problems and practicing. They've already learned 2 other types of word problems, and now we're on to this third one. I'm trying to give them as many kinds of different types of word problems that are sort of their foundation, right? That they really know well how to do, so that they're not scared of words, basically, because that's the biggest problem with math, going from words to actually an equation. So, okay, so can I erase this now? John,
Yes.
you done?
Yeah.
You sure? Yeah. Okay, good. So, now we gotta create our box again. It's gonna be the same type of box, right? We're gonna have age now in the first column, but the second column will have a different title, right? So here's our box. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna have 2 columns and 2 rows, because I have 2 people, right? My people are Courtney.
Taylor Swift.
I'm gonna just keep it the way it is, and then Taylor. Taylor S. Okay. And then here, this first column is gonna be age
Now.
now. Okay, that's always gonna be age now, that first column. Now, well, I guess there are exceptions, but most, 99, all the ones that I'm gonna give you are gonna have the first column age now. And then it says, in 6 years. Now, what do I have to do after I get, I do not go past that, I stop.
Wait, what
Do not go past, do not read past that. I do not wanna see any 4 years less than 3 times in this box.
Wait, wouldn't you do plus 8?
Okay, so now, yes, so what we've got, Courtney is 18 years older than Taylor. which is the foundation, the base?
Taylor.
Taylor.
Taylor, right? Because Courtney is, if I know Taylor's age, I'll know Courtney's age, right? Taylor, if it says 18, Courtney is 18 years older than Taylor. So Taylor is going to be my X. So you'll notice that it's always the second person. Always turns out to be the X, right?
Well, what if you did like
I mean, you could
Taylor
probably
is
read.
18 years younger than Courtney.
Well, then
Well, no, Courtney would then be the foundation.
Yeah, right. See? So anyways, so we've got Taylor is X. So we're going to put X for Taylor. Now, what do I put for Courtney?
X plus 18.
18 years older than X plus 18. Good. Beautiful. Okay, now what is the column heading for here?
Plus 6.
Okay, it says in 6 years. That's future, right? So it's got to be plus 6, right? That makes sense, right? Everybody gets that? Plus 6. So what do I put here? So, Skylar.
X plus 18 plus 6.
Right, so what is 18 plus 6?
32. 4. 34.
34.
Don't listen to them.
24.
Yes. Okay, X plus 24, right? Because all we did X plus 18 plus 6. 18 plus 6 is 24. And then what would be here, Skylar?
Then X plus 6.
X plus 6, beautiful. Okay, now we have finished. Now we can open up the book and we can read past that thing and see what it says. But it does say in the beginning we have to use the in 6 years ago stuff. So which column am I going to have to use? This information, right? So whenever it says Courtney, I don't write Courtney, I write X plus 24. And whenever it says Taylor, I don't write Taylor, I write X plus 6. That's the way I'm translating English into math, right? Okay, so here we go. We're going to do one word at a time. You do not miss a word. You keep each word. I mean, do one thing at a time. It says, she. Who's she?
Courtney. X plus 24.
Okay, so Courtney is X plus 24. X plus 24. Okay, will be. Will be. What verb is that?
What?
That is the verb to be, right? It's the same as is. If it was in present tense, it would be is. What would is be?
Equal.
All right. If it was past tense, it would be was. What would that be?
Equals.
Okay. If it's future tense, it would be will be. What would that be?
Equals.
Right. You guys are brilliant. So equals. All right. 4 years less than. Oh my gosh.
Minus 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where?
3 X plus 6.
Remember when we were talking about
3 times.
when you have did you know Amaya is 4 years less than?
No, it's be
not this
3
year.
Oh wait, we got to know what she's less than first. What is she less than?
I get it.
Yes.
It's 3 parentheses, X plus 6 minus 4.
Okay, so we know it's going to be 4 years less than. That's going to be off to the right somewhere, right? But before I write that, I'm going to go over to this. 3 times Taylor's age. How do I write 3 times?
3x.
3
Parentheses.
parentheses. Taylor's age is
6.
X plus 6. Okay, now what's the last part?
Minus
Close
4.
4 years less than minus 4. Now let's double check our equation, because if you messed up on this equation, then you solve for X, you'll have the wrong answer, right? Let's make sure we're right. She, X plus 24, will be equals 4 years less than, there's the minus 4. 3 times Taylor's age. 3 times Taylor's age. You guys rock. You have it. All right, so now let's finish it. X plus 24 is equal to, I'm going to use my distributive property, 3x plus 18
Minus 4.
minus 4. Now what do I do?
Do that?
I would actually combine them 18 and the minus 4 first.
All right, let's do that. X plus 24 is equal to 3x plus 14, right? Now what do I do?
Then you combine the X's.
Then
you
you
I have x's on both sides of the equal sign. Not a good idea. Not a good thing. Subtract the smaller number of x's, right? Subtract x, subtract x. So that gives me 24 is equal to 2x plus 14. Now what would I do?
Minus 14.
Minus 14, good. Minus 14. So that gives me 10, right? Is equal to 2x. And, oh dear, this is going to be hard.
Divided by 2.
Take
divided
that,
by
to
2.
carry the 1, divide by, okay. So 2x is equal to 5. Okay, so I'm done, right?
No.
Oh no, this is a word problem. Right. So Taylor is X. So Taylor
Taylor's 5.
Taylor is a silly little 5, is 5, and Courtney is, oh dear, this is going to be hard. 5 plus 18, oh my God.
23.
You're right,
No.
is 23.
Don't look at me.
And I put it in a circle. Now I'm done. Now I'm done. Fist to 5. Fist to 5. Do you guys understand these?
I
They're
know.
really fun. They're really fun. I love doing these age group problems.
Yeah.
The numbers are going down.
All right, so I'm going to just stop.